This is nothing again but demagoguery and propaganda. No Congress, no Senate is voting to have a national ban on abortion, on a woman's right to reproduction. But that's BS.
Yeah,
The Trump power that, like you said, they're deflecting because Trump has power. He's accomplished things. He has had businesses. He has children that like him, and hopefully a wife that likes him. Because I heard Nancy Pelosi's husband likes something different, and so they're jealous.
Yes. So Nancy Pelosi was on, I believe, CNN recently, and again, I think there's some type of talking point within the left, within the Democrat Party, to paint President Trump as a dictator. And here she goes. This is clip number 3.
People saw the power of women coming forth and their families for their freedom. It's a freedom issue.
Do you think it's going to be a more powerful issue at the ballot box this time around?
Well, it is, because the fact is that no matter what he says, there will be a national abortion ban, and that would be horrible for our country.
Why do you say that, no matter what Donald Trump says?
Do you believe him? Have you ever believed anything he said?
Well, tell me how it would get enacted, because it would have to, a federal abution ban would need a majority in the House and the Senate and the president to sign it.
That's right. And that's why we have to win it all. We have to win the White House with re-elect our great president of the United States, Joe Biden, who has a vision for America, is in keeping with the vision of our founders, the sacrifice of our men and women in uniform, the aspirations of our children and their families. A person who, because of his experience, his long-term, his age, he knows the issues so well.
We have something to look at. His first term, President Trump's first term, he was nothing like a dictator. He didn't have a national ban on abortion. He has said multiple times he's pushing it back to the states. So she's the liar. Yeah. Shelley, I mean, what are your thoughts here?
She is a liar. They say it so easily. It just rolls off their tongue like the word Trump, right? So it drives me crazy. Number one, his first term was there. But not only that, the Supreme Court just handed the states back their rights. So she totally, ignores that part, that each state now has the right. What I think Aunt Nancy is revving up to do, or wants to do, she wants this issue to be contentious, because then the Democrats will use it again to demagogue and use it as propaganda, and they'll get these little suburban women all riled up saying, you're going to take away our rights, our rights in the womb and reproductive health. That's what she's trying to do. This is nothing again but demagoguery and propaganda. No Congress, no Senate is voting to have a national ban on abortion, on a woman's right to reproduction. But that's BS.
Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this, Kim. And how do you handle this question? We are in Maryland. Maryland is a very blue state. Yeah. How should Republicans handle this when asked this?
Yeah, they're about to codify it into the state law as well, the access to abortion. So, you'll never see that, happen in Maryland. But not only that, I think a lot of people were happy when it went back to the states. And as you pointed out, Trump even made a video saying that he was excited that it went back to the states, and he got harassed and really bashed by many conservatives that were like, how dare you? And he said it anyway. So it's like, look, we know where Trump stands. And, here in the state of Maryland, I will say that Governor Larry Hogan running for the Senate seat, there are a lot of people talking about him and saying that he's going to do it. I'm like, well, this guy was in for how long? And he didn't even touch it. Right? Exactly. And so he had 2 terms. So, they're going to use this, like Shelley pointed out. It's unfortunate because it's probably going to end up with more riots in the streets once they're done rioting about Israel. Right. And so you're going to have this all the way till November. And I think that's really the point, is that they want people to get very emotional, because when you look at common sense, you look at logic, you look at the economy and all these things that we look at every day, you have to get people to the polls based on their emotions to vote for a Democrat. Otherwise, they're not voting for Dems.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Crystal, what are your thoughts here?
That's so true. Like, I just kind of feel like you're not going to legislate morality. And so conservatives, I'm totally pro-life. Like, I don't want zero exceptions. Like, I want nothing. Like, life of the mother, take my life because I want to save my baby. That is my position. However, I recognize that other people don't feel that way. And I would prefer that if you want to have an abortion, like, go to a state that allows it if travel, whatever you have to do, but conservatives, we're just not gonna win on this issue right now. And this is something that we've just allowed the left to just be so loud about. And so I don't know what's going on with conservative media, because we've allowed them to completely control the conversation. And at this point, I'm really bored with it. I'm really, but like Kim said, I mean, there's no other way for them to win. Right. If they don't bring that up.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to play a second half of Nancy Pelosi's interview, and I want to get your thoughts on this, Taria T. This is clip number 4.
What can President Biden and the Democrats do to protect abortion nationwide?
Very clearly, we can enshrine into the law Roe v. Wade, and that makes a big difference.
That would take 2/3 in the Senate. You think the Democrats can get 2/3 in the Senate?
No, it doesn't get 2/3. No, it doesn't. I mean, 60 votes is the Senate now, but if we win 50 plus 1 in the Senate, 50 plus the vice president, we can overturn the 60-vote rule.
The filibuster.
The filibuster, and pass it with a 51-vote margin. And that's what we need to do.
Why do you think the Democrats have been so hesitant in the Senate to overturn?
Yeah, so it's just, I want to start with you, Kim, on this. Now, you talk about people being dictators. Isn't it a dictator move for her to say that?
No.
Okay, go.
Absolutely. I mean, it's Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she's going to be, involved in politics to the day she dies. She wants to lay in state, right? She's all about the power. And I'll give it to her. As old as she is, the fact that she still wears 5-inch heels walking around Capitol Hill on those marble floors, I don't know how she does it, but she does it. But she's one of those people that just are drunk on power. And, they just kind of project this to Trump. They're like, oh, well, he wants power. He wants this, But really, it's all what they want.
Yeah.
And it's deflection at its best. In the earlier clip, the lady asked her a very direct question, and she deflected. Oh, well, it's Trump. Or, they always resort to emotionalism for some reason. And then we go to, like Kim said, power. They just want to have the power by any means necessary. They will lie in your face. They will make you feel stupid or think that you're stupid because they're lying in your face and telling you it's raining outside when it's sunshine. And to piggyback also what Kim said, I really want to like Nancy Pelosi. I met her last summer, and I told her, I was like, I really want to like you, but because she was so cute, and she was so cute. But I was like, I can't.
I can't stand them. And they're drunk on power. That, like you said, they're deflecting because Trump has power. He's accomplished things. He has had businesses. He has children that like him, and hopefully a wife that likes him. Because I heard Nancy Pelosi's husband likes something different, and so they're jealous.
Yes.
And I just kind of feel like I can't like and appreciate people like that.
That's why
they hate us. They hate us.
I feel like that, and I struggle with that sometimes. But I'm going to say it again. In America, if you choose to have your baby sucked down a sink, you can go to any state or city where it's legal. You can have free movement.
I don't understand why they fight so hard to kill babies.
And it be them old white women. You're not having any babies, sweetie. I'm sorry. It's not you. I'm sorry. Your daughter's not getting raped. Your 13-year-old daughter is not getting raped and getting pregnant. No, she's having sex behind the basketball.
It's the ladies that don't even like men at all in the first place.
Exactly. Or the gays. Yeah, the gays all want abortion. It be all the people who are not. It's weird. Y'all are weird.
Yeah, it's just not only that, but I mean, when you actually talk about it, it's really a dehumanization. See what Whoopi said. Yeah. She's talking about pro-human movement. This is not pro-human. It's a dehumanization of all of us. Because if a baby is not safe in the womb, where can they be safe? And we wonder why within the Black community we see so much violence. It's because we continue to devalue women, children, all humans, because there's no safety even in the womb.
Well, that's their argument. Their argument is, why bring a child into the world if they're going to end up on the streets, or they're going to end up in a place that's not safe for them?
How about not making your communities not safe, or make them safer? I'll say in the positive. How about making your communities and maybe your families safe and productive? I mean, the concept.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to name any names, but I know somebody who has 4 kids. she doesn't have any money, especially living here in Maryland with all the government assistance you get when you first have a child. It's practically you can get by.
Yeah.
I mean, and she makes it through. I mean, every baby, she popping out these kids. She was young when she first started, but you get help with assistance with food. You get free medical care for the pregnant woman and for the babies. I mean, honestly, in this day and age, it's really no excuse. I mean, again, I know it's hard, it's challenging.
To do what?
I mean, I'm gonna say it's no excuse to use abortion as this major issue. Right. I just feel
the only way that you change. The only way that you change your future is through having kids. Like, seriously, when you have a community and you have children and you raise those children to be productive members of society, they will then give back to society. But yes, when you continuously abort your babies, there are consequences that come with that, like the dehumanization of life. Like, there's poverty that comes with that, and all kinds of things that you guys know I bring back to the Bible.
Well, I do have trying to take the welfare programs away.
I was going to say
back to what you said.
That's not true. Conservatives are not.
No, we should, because Kim was talking about de-incentivizing those kind of
long term.
She said reimagining it. I mean, what did you say?
Don't say that.
You said
welfare reform.
Reforming it. I knew that's what I'm saying.
It's reforming it so that it's more temporary rather than long term.
Right. No, right. I get that, but it's temporary and only for those who truly need it.
Yeah, but we can't say conservatives want to get rid of.
I do.
So I mean, like, we want them to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. When we say that, like, we can't say that because that is what Democrats are trying to pin.
I don't understand what you're saying. Then we can't.
She said.
T said that conservatives want to get rid of welfare, and that's just not true.
That's a pretty name, Taria. Who is that person?
I don't know.
Oh,
I do.
Well,
The way it stands today, yes, I do. And the way it has evolved, yes, I do want to get rid of it.
Get rid of welfare and reforming welfare is two different things.
I'm sticking with get rid of it.
Okay, well then you'll have a whole bunch of people that are out on the street and literally you're gonna put them on an island and blow it
I
up?
would like to do that too. My point is that when we incentivize those behaviors, we get more of what we incentivize.
I would not vote for Republicans if that's what you thought.
So I'm saying we get more what you pay for or what you put your money into, so to speak, taxpayer pot. We get more of that.
I agree.
So I don't. So where do we disagree?
You said you want to get rid of it. She's saying reform. That's the disagreement.
Some people need it, and I'm sorry, y'all keep saying able bodies. There are some people that cannot work.
But
that is the truth.
But then they should not be procreating.
Just kill them.
Well, welfare is just for procreation.
I'm talking about they shouldn't be just wantonly procreating people that they can't take care of. That's what I'm saying.
I was just going to say, with the abortion issue, if people look at the numbers today as far as HIV and STDs, I would just caution you think twice before raw dogging it. Because unfortunately, I mean, the numbers right now, I don't know if you guys saw in Maryland, but the numbers of with HIV, it's up very high. And I just, a lot of these people that talk about this often, I hope these women are really talking to their daughters about, when they go off to college and all these other things, that they talk about, if you do engage in sex, please use protection.
Absolutely.
And for the record, Kimberly Klasick said raw dogging on.
The definition of a parent.
I was trying to be cool.
Is to be able to take care of and provide for your children. I mean, that's the basic definition. Not the government, but you should be able to. And I'm not talking about if you fall on hard times, things like that. I'm talking about these people who constantly have baby after baby after baby after baby, and they cannot take care of them.
I agree.
That's what
we have to end it there. I do want